Have you ever wondered why when you buy flowers from the florist that they don't look like this? They don't bloom? Well, I got the answer for you. Stay tuned. It's not what you think. I'm sure you've been in the situation where you bought flowers from the flower shop, from a florist, from the mall, from the street corner, or wherever you have, and you put them in the vase and you put them in the water and they just don't bloom. It happens very often, happens to me, and I find it very frustrating. What are the advices that you get from your florist? Well, let's go through them. Number one is make sure that you cut the petals off the bottom of the flowers. Now, as you can see in this photo here, I put the flowers in the water and the petals are in the water and they still bloomed. Another suggestion is to change your water every other day or change your water frequently. Actually, these roses have been sitting in the same water for about a week now and they still look amazing. How about number three? Add some sugar or some type of sweetener or something, flower food, to your water. Mix it in and then you'll get these beautiful blooming flowers, beautiful roses. Well, I've tried that and that didn't work either. So I thought maybe I need a little bit of bleach because it's the bacteria, of course, that they tell me that's killing the flowers. So I did that too. I added bleach to my vase, added the water, and they didn't turn out like this. I couldn't figure it out until one day someone suggested, have you ever tried getting flowers from now I'm looking up this word here, a floriculturist. A floriculturist. Floriculturist is someone who specializes in cultivating flowers. In other words, a flower farmer. And that's what I have here. So every week, or every 2 weeks, now that these bloom so beautifully, every 2 weeks, we get the flowers straight from the floriculturist, the flower cultivator. And that began a series of investigations on my part. Why is it that when we get the flowers from a cultivator, do they bloom, but when we buy them from a florist, they don't? I found the answer to my question. Here's the answer. Have you ever noticed when you go to a florist, they have a bucket, they have several buckets of roses. If you ever touch the bucket, you'll notice that they're kind of cold. If you get to the flower shop early in the morning, you'll notice that they're taking the bucket of roses from the refrigerated storeroom in the back and putting them out on display. If you stay at the flower shop towards the closing hours, you'll notice when they're cleaning out, they're taking the flowers straight from the showroom to the storage room to stay overnight. It just so happens that while refrigeration will preserve the flowers and help them look fresh and clean, the refrigeration actually also stunts the flowers' growth. So if you go to a florist who's had the flowers for about 5 days, let's say a flower shop will get the flowers on Sunday and you go and you buy the flowers on Thursday, and the flowers are nice and closed, you probably aren't aware that those flowers have been refrigerated for about 5 days. And you know what? That means that the flowers will not grow. And do you want to know why? Well, I have the information right here. Many florists keep roses refrigerated so that they don't open in the shop. If they have been refrigerated for too long, they may never open at all. And I'm sure you're wondering, why is this the case? Well, it just so happens that when florists keep the flowers in the refrigerator, it will slow down their metabolism and growth process. This is because flowers, like roses, need warm temperatures to grow. They need warm temperatures for their enzymes to work. The enzymes are what allow the flowers to bloom. But when the flowers are refrigerated for too long, the enzymes can no longer work. Their metabolism is slowed down. They might not have enough energy to complete the blooming process when you bring them home into a warmer climate, and the growth process practically ceases. This is especially true when you transition from a cold refrigerator to a warm environment to a Bradley. So while refrigeration is meant to keep fresh roses last longer, it can also inadvertently prevent them from blooming and opening up when you take them home. So when you get the flowers from your flower shop and they've been there for about 5 days, then I could just tell you they're not going to grow. So how do you solve this? Well, there are 2 ways to solve this. One way is to find a floriculturist or a cultivator of roses and other flowers and buy directly from them. The other option, which is a little bit of a secret in the flower shop world, from what I've seen online, as you'll notice, it's not posted to any of the flower websites. We'll tell you this information, is when you walk into a flower shop, ask them, do you have any flowers that are fresh from today? Were these flowers kept in the refrigerator overnight? How long have you had these roses sitting in this bucket of water for? How long have they been refrigerated for? If they refrain from giving you a proper answer, then just walk out. So in other words, if you want fresh flowers, ask the florist for fresh flowers. Thank you for watching. and have a great day. Leave a like at the bottom below. Thumbs up and subscribe if you like this channel.